So in previous lecture we have started with the rounding of the values. So what is the necessary for rounding of the values? So suppose there we have seen the example of length of a leaf. Okay, so there we have obtained the length of a leaf as a 7.16 centimeter. But on the generally we use the scale. Okay, and the scale has the least count of 1 millimeter, that is 0.1 centimeter. Okay, so we cannot measure the 7.16 length on a given scale. Okay, so for measuring this 7.16 we have to use the some another tool, that is say vernier caliper or okay. So for measuring the this much accurate value 7.16 or the predicted value, we have to use the another instrument and not the scale, because it has the certain limit value, that is the 1 millimeter. So how could you that measure the exact value of the leaf? So we need to like round off the given result or expected result near to the uh, near to the that digit which can be measured on the given instrument. So on the given instrument we can measure, that is on scale we can either measure 7.1 centimeter or the 7.2 centimeter. So we have to convert this two significant or the three significant digit into the two significant digits. So how will you convert that? We need to use the certain conversion rules for the converting this into two significant figures, and then we can measure the exact length of a leaf on a scale. Okay, on a scale. And if we use the change we can change the measurement instrument, we can use the different significant method for obtaining the significant figures of a desired range, and we can measure that values. Okay, so generally the present values with the given significant number are measured. So the values which is presented with the three significant figures. Okay, here all the three figures have the values, so it is said to be having the three significant figure. So for rounding of this or for measurement on this scale, we need to like round off these values to the two significant figure, and it is comes out to be what, 7.2 centimeter. Okay, 7.2 centimeter. So we can measure the 7.2 centimeter on the given scale. Okay, given scale. So how will you like round off this various given figures into the two significant digits? So this comes out to be 7.237 is comes out to be 7.24, because if this digit adjacent to the last digit is greater than 5, 5 or greater than 5, we simply increase this number by the 1. Okay, but here it is less than 5, so we will keep it as it is. And if it is okay, if it is again less than 5, so we will keep it as it is, and it is exactly equals to 5, we will increase it by the 1. Okay, that is 7.24. now next is the, if we use the this significant figure or rounding off method for the multiplication of two numbers, then we have to round off the given answer in the lowest, we have to round off the given uh, answer into the lowest or the least significant digits. Okay, so for the multiplication we will round off the answer into the least significant digit. So here we have been given with the multiplication of 2.65 into 3.1. so finally the multiplication will be obtained as 8.215, which can be converted into the 8.2. okay, why is it so? Because adjacent to 2 is 1, which is less than 5, so we can simply write it as the 8.2 up to two significant digit. Next is the scientific notations. Okay, so this is the round of values. Now next is the scientific notation. So scientific notation will represent the given values in the form of some 10 raised to power. Okay, 10 raised to power, and the number is generally expressed as either in the three significant or two significant figures. Okay, three or two significant figure. So the goal of this scientific notation is that to express the numbers in the scientific notation and as an ordinary decimal number. So scientific notation is nothing but a number between 1 and less than 10, which is multiplied by 10 raised to certain exponent. Okay, so such type of numbers are called as a scientific notations. Okay, so why is it scientific notation is useful? So we will see this. First of all, we see the how we can represent the given number into the scientific notation. So for 7237 number can be expressed in the scientific notation as a 7.24, or like 345 can be expressed as 3.45 into 10 raised to 2. Okay, so it is expressed in terms of the tens power. Okay, tens power. So significant, this scientific notation will gives you the better comparison if values are quite large. Okay, so for comparison the quite larger values, we generally tend to only see the powers of a 10. Okay, and not these digits. So not these digits. So significance in measure, again the measurement which always involves the comparison between the two values. Okay, so if we suppose we are obtaining like in the kinetics experiment, chemical kinetic experiment, we are getting the rate constant values. There we are getting the various rate constant values, but the power of that rate constant values will generally lies into say 10 raised to 5 for that acetic acid, ethyl acetate hydrolysis. So 10 raised to 5 power is expected for the answer. So that only we will check with here. Okay, we are not going to say that what is the integer that is corresponds to the given power. So we will only check the power of that 10. Okay, power of 10. So when you see that the table is 6 feet long, so we are really saying that the table is 6 times the longer than the object which is 1 feet long. Okay, already. So these measurements are quite significant if we compare the two results. Okay, so initially we are having certain one unit, that is the foot unit. So you need to measure the length of the table by comparing with the object which is being the 6 times the our base unit, that is 1 feet. Okay, so this comparison which allows in all the some uncertainty if the why is it so, because so the tape which we use the measurement has the marks for every foot, and the table will falls between the 6th and 7th mark. We can like there is quite uncertainty, like that length is either close to the 6 or close to the 7. So how that observer observe that readings, based upon that only you will get the. So to get the better idea of how long the table actually is there, so you have to read between the scale division also. Okay, so if we directly want to length in the feet only, so we cannot get exact length. Okay, so if we use the another the scale divisions there, so then we can obtain the quite better results. Okay, so now here consider one that insect is there and we need to measure its length. Okay, we need to measure its length. So there are the 5 options. So which of the best will describe the length of the given this beetle's body in the picture to the left. Okay, so here we can say that the length is greater than 1 but it is less than 2. So we can say that the length is in between 1 and 2. Okay, but is it sufficient? No, we cannot say that length is in between 1 and 2 and represent this as our result. Okay, so we have to exactly say that the given result is either in the form of okay, so we can say that these two can be predicted. Okay, because we can say that here the result is either in between 1.5 and 1.6, and within also we can also say that the 1.5 line, that this line is there which is means 1.54 to 1.56 inches. Okay, so the correct answer should be the length of this beetle's insect body is the between 1.54 to 1.56 inches. Okay, so the measurements which are often written as a single number rather than a range. Okay, so beetle length in the previous frame was between the 1.54 to 1.56 inches. The single number that would best represent the measurement of a given value, that is two values, is the range of that two values, that is 1.54 55 inches. Okay, so instead of representing the range of length, we have represented it simple one single digit, that is 1.55 inches. So when you write the measurement as a single number, it is understood that the last digit, okay, last digit means what, the second 5, okay, second 5 of the this measurement had to be estimated, means there is a uncertainty in the measurement for this last digit. Okay, so now next consider the another example. Okay, so next example is the measurement for the correct length measurement for the steel pellets as a single number rather than a range. Okay, so for this we need to predict that how much that length is this for this steel pellet. Oh, so here we can see that this is near to the 1.5 to 1.6 again. Okay, same, so it can be either 1.5652. Okay, so approximately we can see that it is the 1.55 inches. Okay, now next, the zero will occur in the last place of measurement if the measure value is falls exactly on the same scale division. Okay, suppose that our readings lies in between here or somewhere here, so we cannot say that accurately or precisely that the zero will lies there or not. Okay, but suppose in certain case we get the exact reading at zero measurement or the zero last zero place, then we can say that get the exact value on the scale division. So here the example, so temperature on the thermometer which should be recorded as a 30 centimeters. So reporting the temperature as a 30 centimeter would imply that the measurement has been taken on the thermometer with the scale of 100 centimeter apart. Okay, now consider the next example. So here we have been given with the three thermometers, and we have to report that how we can estimate this 17.00 degree centimeter temperature accurately. Okay, so how we can estimate this 17 degree temperature accurately by using these three thermometers. Okay, so there are the quite various possibility, like first one or the middle one or the last one, then first and second, second and third, and only last one. Okay, so here we can see that the results which are obtained from the thermometer 2 and 3 are quite good. Okay, because the least count of thermometer for first is 0.1, so we cannot determine this 0.01 degree centigrade, but for this second one, that is middle one, it is least count is 0.2, so 0.02 can be determined, and the last one also having the least count of, okay, point not one. So overall we can say that in both case the reading of 17.00 degree centigrade can be estimated or can be measured. Okay, so for liquid purpose, for liquid we have already seen that we need to consider the lower meniscus for the liquid. So for liquids, the meniscus, the curve interface between the air and the liquid as a point of reference is in a making of measurement of a volume in a graduated cylinder or a pipette is considered. Okay, so in reading any scale, your line of sight should be parallel, not parallel, it should be perpendicular to the scale, so as to avoid the parallax effect. Okay, so the scale and your eyesight should be perpendicular to each other so that the exact measurement can be made. Okay, so here you can see that the volume of a determine the volume readings for the two cylinder to the right, assuming that each scale is in the milliliter. So here we can say that this value is coinciding exactly with the zero reading, so we can say that it's representing the 3.0 ml. Okay, and here it lies in between the 0.3 to 0.4, so we cannot exactly predict the ml values for that particular range. So numbers which are obtained by counting, which has no uncertainty unless the count is being very large. Okay, so for example, this word which has the 14 letters, so 14 letter is not a measurement, since that would imply that we were uncertain about the count in the ones place. So okay, this word has the 14 letters of. So remaining part we'll see in the next lecture.